Hi, everybody. Mike and Michelle here aboard the Motor Vessel Sunset with Teddy. And Sid's down here being a big baby. Anyway, sorry about the shaky video. We will try not to touch the table. But we will give you an update of what's been happening the past 3 days.
It's Wednesday, so we came in
3-4 days. Anyway, we made a
Sunday. We came in Sunday.
Coming across from Carabel to Steinhatchee, Florida.
Beautiful.
Beautiful day. It was glass. You couldn't ask for anything better. Smooth. The boat was running great. 80 miles across.
Yes.
No problems. Till we
No, that's
till we're coming to Steinhatchee and coming through the channel. And unfortunately, we made the unfortunate decision to go reservations there, and there's a fishing tournament going on. They had room for us.
I knew better.
But there must have been 300 center consoles, fishing boats just coming in right when we were coming in about 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And it wasn't bad. We're the big fat guy in the middle of the channle taking up everything. They're zooming around us. And everything is fine
nice.
until what happened, honey?
I don't know. We hit something on the channel.
I don't know what it was.
I think it was a rock or
I don't know. It was
pole.
We had 8 feet, and bam, we hit something.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
And we rolled over it.
But shit. Anyway, we get to the dock, and I use that word loosely. It's a floating dock. They floated probably about 20 years ago. They were floating, but these things were barely above water. Eric Harris, you've been there. You know what it's like. You tie up and go, what in the hell?
No, I see it and go, okay, this is what I got to deal with. How the hell am I going to get off? What?
I'm shaking the table.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to shake the table. Anyways, but my envisions, I'm the girl that's got to go out and get the lines ready, do all this. But I look down, the dock guy is running down to help us. So I throw him the bow line. I magically jump off again. I can't even tell you I remember.
I know what she did. But,
I didn't shake that. That's somebody else gone by.
But it was
fun. But I know better. Fishing tournament, I totally know better.
I knew better too. But holy shit, man! I didn't know there'd be that many boats. There's a boat ramp over on the other side of the river, and they're all coming in. And of course, they're having their raffle drawing going on right as soon as we're pulling in. And we just luckily we did a pretty good damn job at docking.
We did.
Yeah, no problem.
They are sinking docks in the middle. T-dock. If anybody goes there, middle is sinking.
It's sinking.
It's completely sinking.
I wanted Steinhatchee to be better than what it was. I was kind of pissed off at myself for hitting something. But everybody I've read is like Old Town Florida and everything else.
That's fine.
Whatever.
It's all good.
We just got up and left the next morning early.
Yep.
Not following the same bread trail we came in because we didn't want to hit anything again, and we made it.
Moments of silence.
Yeah, we were just quiet. It's like, oh, and it was low tide too. So.
And what was going on all again?
More fishing boats heading out.
It's awesome.
First light, 6:37 or whatever it was. Anyway, so but that was the easy day. After hitting something and
where did we go?
We were like
out the river.
Out the river.
How many more miles did you go out though to get some blue water?
Well, we decided before that we decided to. We were going to try to maybe anchor in Cedar Key. It was a long trip the day before, and we're like, weather is going to start changing, and it kind of did. So we made a decision to go from Steinhatchee all the way down to Tarpon Springs. And from what we've read, it was 104 miles.
Yeah, excuse me.
Right, and we did a lot of that.
Yeah. No, we calculate 110 miles.
110. there's some discrepancy, and because all along the intercoastal is statute miles, and that's what we're used to, regular miles in your car, statute miles. I think it got transferred over to nautical miles, which are longer, which means you have shorter miles. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But there's two versions of what this story is going to happen between Steinhatchee and Tarpon Springs. Especially the one issue. And you'll find out. Everything is fine. But we both don't really know. We're like, we made a decision, like, let's go.
So, we're doing it.
We got enough fuel.
We're both confident. Yep.
Let's go. The winds are good. It's going to be smooth, less than 1 or 2 feet for the waves. And they were, for the most part.
First 5 hours, we ran it hard.
And we did. We ran the old girl hard. We were doing 17, 18 miles an hour for the first
5 hours.
Yeah, half the way. And I figured, I know that I can, if we go halfway and then slow down, we'll have the range to get there. Because we still don't know the exact range of our boat.
Long day. Yes.
The gauges are shit. They both read wrong. So let's just go. And that's what we did. Whatever. And so we did that. And we hammered it. We just kept going and going.
Yep.
But I know my wife, and she does not like running a car less than a quarter tank of gas. And I knew, I tried to tell her, and she goes, we got enough? I'm like, I think.
I was nervous Nelly all day.
She was nervous.
Very nervous.
I was nervous on the inside, not on the outside. I can't show that.
Okay.
Anyway, everything was good. Kept on going. We made it to the halfway point.
Yeah.
We slowed down, and I'm like, okay, we have GPS, Garmin saying we have,
we're good.
what was it, 35 miles ago?
Mm-hmm.
35 miles ago. No, sorry. It was 60 miles ago. At Cedar Key, at Horseshoe Point.
Yes, 60.
So it's still, our math
6
wasn't
miles.
adding up.
6 hours,
like,
at least.
We had like, oh, fuck me in the ass. We still got a long way to go.
No, we're fine. Daylight savings change. I knew we had until 8 o'clock.
And our Garmin wasn't updating because the time changed. So like it says, time to arrival, 4:30. I'm like, that's not right.
No. Acting captain was
balls.
Right.
So I'm gonna swear on this one because don't correct me. I'm gonna be Mike and
okay.
don't. So things are doing great. We're hammering the girl. She's running great, and then we slowed her down. We're dodging the ever present trap They're everywhere.
White, blue, red, green.
Red, black. Every color you want, they're everywhere. Some are laid out in a nice string for miles. You can see them. You just kind of go right through them. No problem. And that's pretty much, a lot of them were like that. So you just go through them and I have to admit, I got a little lazy. I got a little close to them. A little too close to them. And this is where I'm going to stop, and I'm going to tell my version of the story.
That's fine.
And then you can tell your version. We're going along. We slowed down probably 10 miles an hour, save some fuel. And I got a little close to one on the port side. For people who don't know, that's the left side of the boat. I see it on the left side of the boat, and I look back, and then instantly I saw the rope. The line going down, and we snagged that motherfucker like we're landing on this carrier. First line, bam! I'm like, shit. So, throttle to neutral, throttle to zero, nothing. Just shut it all off. And yep, sure shit, we got it. But it was on the left side of the boat. So we're thinking, okay, we snagged it on the port side, left side prop, and Michelle went down there to look, or she just peeked outside. She's like, I think we're good. We may have missed it. There's no such thing as missing it. We caught that son of a bitch, and it was. Here's the thing.
I see something different though.
Here's your story. Here's the thing. We caught it on the left side, And we later found out, after this happened, well, here's the story. I went down, we shut it off, didn't shut it off, just put it in neutral and we're floating around. I went down, she was up here with the dogs. I said, because, and I closed the hatch and I tried to get the boat hook up and see what was going on. And I went up and said, let me see, I need my scuba gear, which is buried underneath one of the seats here. So I got the mask and the snorkel, and I put the Mae West on, and I went down and crawled out on the swim platform because we're 35 miles out. I didn't want to fall over, and we're screwed. So I crawled under the lines that hold Carol, our dinghy. So I stuck my head underwater, and it's not on this side. It's on the starboard side. We saw the buoy on the port side, but snagged it on the starboard right side prop.
I can laugh now because it's over, but yeah.
Yeah, but before that happened, we're like, we're good. We missed it. We throttled up a little bit.
No.
And
no.
If we would have gone faster,
here it comes.
That crab pot would have been water skiing, because it was just fuck, there it is.
Yeah.
Shit. So you can imagine 30 seconds of just prop spinning, and that rope just getting tangled up in there. That's when I went back and put Mae West on and everything else. So
had a rope around yourself.
Yeah, I had a decision to make, and I didn't want to do it, but I didn't have a choice. I had to. I told her, I was like, I gotta go in. I gotta go cut it. I tried fishing it with the boat hook and everything else, and it's not working. Remember, it's on starboard side, and not that side which we thought it was. So, yeah, I had to make a decision, and it was the only decision I could do. I couldn't, it's like, can't call Sea Tow and have us tow us in. It's like, no, I'm going to try doing it. The water, when I stuck my head under there to see what was going on, it wasn't too cold. It was cold, but it wasn't that cold.
You could see though, clearly.
Oh, it's crystal clear. Yeah. It was amazingly clear. 35 miles out in the Gulf, nothing out there. No boats, no cell signal, barely.
No cell signal.
I don't think the Coast Guard could have heard us, but they would have. But holy shit, we were well, we have one decision. I'm going in. So I told her, I said, well, I gotta go in and cut it. So this is a knife that we bought at a boat show in Houston.
Okay,
this is my best friend now. Probably illegal in other states. But this old girl wore out now. I gotta send it back to Infinity Knives.
Actually, it has
stuff on it's wore out. Infinity Knives, we bought this at a boat show. They're pretty expensive. She has a pretty little pink one. This guy has been used a lot. It's been 20 minutes underwater. Anyway, so we had to, I'm like, well, let's go do it. So I'm wearing the shirt I have right here and some other shorts, and I tied a big rope around my waist, like Tarzan, put my mask on, and went in. And that is not a thing you really want to think about doing, because you don't, I've never done it. This is scary as shit. And I felt like a big fat jellyfish stuck underneath my boat.
Sorry.
You forget that in saltwater, you float. You can't, you're not just diving, you're not sinking, you're floating. You gotta force yourself under that. I banged, the boat's rocking, it's not that bad. I banged my head against, still against the,
footsies.
Yeah, this thing's still rocking a little bit.
Beam?
Yeah, beam seats. Yay, great.
No, we're rocking.
I banged my head on the trim tab. I'm trying to get on there. Yep, she's down there with me. I'm like, baby, hold on to me, because I gotta go in.
I cleated him. He was cleated off.
Yep.
So don't worry about that.
But, so I went under, And not at the time, but you know when you're a little kid, you think you can hold your breath underwater for 5 minutes. Nope. I mean, this guy, I had 3 times. I had to come back up for air.
With snorkel stuff on.
With snorkel stuff on. Well, just my mask and my shirt and belt and everything else. So I found it and sawing at it. And it reminded me, now that it happened, Fear Factor. Joe Rogan. Come on, do it! You do it faster! I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. You know, but boom, got it. Finally. 3rd time. It lets go. And it right at the prop hub, done. No problem. I was like, fine, relax. And then, but what happened I didn't realize is that all that energy, while that prop was being spun up and that rope being tied up into it, it let go and it grabbed my pants and my shirt.
More his pants. He doesn't remember that.
I don't remember that.
It's more of his pants.
But at that point, it was a holy shit. Now, the boat's free, but I'm attached to the crab pot that's 30 feet below.
Yep.
And the boat.
Yep.
Tarzan holding on, and
No, I had you.
She had me, but it was one of those. It happened so quick. I didn't know what to do. She's pulling me in. I'm trying to get my fat ass up on the swim platform.
Cleaning them off.
And I'm like, what's going on? What is caught on my? That rope caught me.
Here it is. This motherfucker.
Here it is.
That's what I'm going to say, motherfucker.
This motherfucker.
No, it wasn't quite nice like that, though.
Yeah, this is...
It was torn around. I can't even bend it because it was so bad. And he's asking me...
I didn't know what got me.
I'll tell you my story in another video, but...
No, you do tell it right now.
No. Because it was so tight. He's telling me to cut here. I can't cut this. I'm like, no.
I threw with this knife.
No, I'm like, bring it down. Let's cut it here and cut it here. I cut him there. Cut it there. I cut his belt loop because it was attached to his pants so tightly. I figured if I can cut that, I'm going to have to come out. I'm behind me. I'm not on the swim platform. I'm behind him so I don't fall in. And I cut his belt loop up. Brung him up. Sorry, I interrupted you.
It's quite all right.
I don't remember all that.
I don't remember that because
I couldn't cut that. That's what I'm trying to get at. I could not cut that.
I didn't know what was.
There's no way.
What grabbed me?
There's no way. I had to cut one loose and then another loose.
I didn't know what grabbed me, and it was the rope.
No.
And so this crab trap was pulling me down. And
I brought him up though.
Quiet. Sorry.
It's fine.
So anyway,
what did you do?
I pulled myself up. She pulled me up onto the swim platform. Big seal that I am. And I'm like, what the fuck got me? And the rope is twisted around my shirt and my pants.
Not what you said.
And I'm like, here, take the old girl. Start cutting. And this time it's dull as shit. It's wore out right now.
Sorry, I should have brought mine.
Yeah. So that's my story.
I can't even
So she ended up cutting my belt loop and doing this other thing. And then we ended up finally getting that rope cut from the crab pot. And the energy that was in that rope was amazing. Because it was just, after, being spun up in that proper 2,000 RPMs or whatever the hell it was, it let go. And it was like a tornado of a rope. I've never seen anything before. And then it just finally sunk away. I'm like, bye. Thank God.
Hindsight, I should have had my life vest on as well. I was behind the boat. Should have got my knife because my knife has never been used. I don't know. It was very emotional for me. I don't think he realizes that, but it was very emotional for me.
Well, when she gets quiet and
I knew I had to do something, so I was helping him, brought him up. I just kept cleaning him off. I don't think he doesn't remember that, but I kept cleaning him off so I could bring his fat ass up on the swim platform, and we both cut each other. I cut him off, but I could not cut this.
It's amazing.
It's
steel. Melted together.
It's like steel almost to me.
And it's polyester.
And he kept telling me, cut this, cut this, cut this. I'm like, I can't. I have to go here. And I saw it attached to his pants, and I just like, I'm going to cut your pants.
I didn't know it was wound up so much into my shirt and my shorts that I didn't know. I'm like, what the hell happened? It grabbed me, and it pulled me in. And so, I'm not lesson learned. I'm gonna let you tell your story.
No, there's nothing else. There's nothing else.
Next time, if this happens to you, pull the rope up. Don't get in the water yet. Pull the whole crab pot up if you can. Snag it, however. Cut that then, and then go down and free your prop.
Yeah, not everybody can do that though.
Not everybody can do that. It was one of those.
It's a scrambling moment. It's all I heard from Mike goes, maybe go back, put him back in gear. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Here we go. But he had his own mind. He was already going. He was doing that. I needed him to talk to me. He had already set sail. All I remember is get my scuba gear out. Got his scuba gear out. Well, snorkeling. Whatever we are.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we did it. So, thanks to him. Because I felt like I was useless. But
No.
there's moments of time I probably don't remember anything. But I held on to him. I held the rope all the entire time. So nobody needs to worry that he wasn't safe.
Well, in hindsight, I said, well, honey, you had your chance to get rid of me.
Yeah.
Lost opportunity.
I'll still keep him around for a little bit.
But
he got to go swimming, so that's what I can
it was
say.
beautiful. It was
I
cold.
had to ask later. Was the water warm?
No, it wasn't warm at all. It was cold. If you ever do this again, don't wear a shirt or shorts. Just wear some tighty whities or something, because
it was attached to him.
It grabbed
He
me.
doesn't know that. It grabbed his shirt right here and his pants. So, to me, I was just going to cut his clothes. But he wanted me to cut the rope, but we were all in panic moment, so it was all fine. Hindsight, should I have had my knife? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Will we get a serrated knife? Absolutely. Do I want to do this again? No, but is it going to happen? Probably. Will we get, what do they call the things on the props?
Line cutters, probably.
Would that help?
We don't know.
But
I don't know, because the buoy was on the left side of the boat, and we snagged the right side prop. So.
Here's what I saw with that. If I can just say that part of it.
Sure.
So, Mike was driving. To me, I've seen all the crab pods lines go completely down. And they're probably, we're in 35 feet.
Straight
all
up.
the time.
They're just
This
bobbing
one
around.
happened to be floating out. So I feel, my professional opinion was that it was, somebody else already snagged it. It was already loose. And by the time we turned it, our props already caught it. So that's my thought, because I didn't see anything prior to or the rest of the day. Or the wind caused the wrong way. We were trying to get around it.
I don't know. It was a random, maybe long two rope. I don't know. But like I say, we throttled up. Like, I think we missed it. Yeah. Throttled up. And it was like, the thing was almost water skiing. No, we fucking got it. That's the stress that you go through.
Huh.
You know, but from then on, we had probably another 3 hours to go.
We still had no phone signal.
No cell signal, nothing. It's fine. We've kind of figured that. But you know, on the map, it's like it lands right there. Why doesn't this work? It's okay.
Yeah. It's great weather, but
we were gun shy after that for the next 3 hours, and they got worse. Didn't they? I mean, they were just
the waves.
The crab pots.
Yeah. They did. They weren't lined.
They weren't lined up anymore.
They're lined. It's fine.
Yeah.
Usually they're like little
clusters.
Yeah, it was weird.
It's horrible. And
you got it.
You know, like our friend Eric said, it was like a Saw movie, just pure torture for 3 hours. You're trying to go straight. You can't. You're steering around. You're steering around this way. It's like, son of a bitch.
I think we're just.
And we were gun shy after that, because I didn't want to go in. It's been dark. You know,
we were coming into the city marina. I couldn't get a hold of anybody. We had no signal. Didn't know where we were supposed to go.
So yeah, we just came up the river in Tarpon Springs and
we called Cito to make sure, because we had read.
Oh yeah.
There was some shoaling.
We scared ourselves again. Like, oh, you know, we don't know where we're going.
Cautious. That's what we are.
And they're like, "What are you talking about?" The lady was like, she was like, "Well, just stay away from the shoaling. You know, it's marked there." I'm like, "Okay." It's
Sunday. It's gonna be busy. So
yeah.
It's all good.
But we made it up. Beached it at a fuel dock. You know.
It's free.
It could have been free, but she wanted to pay.
Hey.
Anyway.
Stop it.
Anyway, we're all good. Learn from our mistakes.
We are at the City Marina in
And
Tarpon Springs.
Thanks for this infinity knife from Houston, Texas. I'm done.
I'll do my own video. Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, we're at the City Marina, Tarpon Springs. Great place. Do you not agree?
You're not telling your half side of the story
Okay.
because you were
It's too
not.
long.
It is
It's
too
long.
long.
I don't know what to say.
She was
I was-
very worried.
Yeah, because he doesn't realize that you're gonna drown. So that's all I'm gonna say.
Anyway, we love you guys.
I don't know who you guys are, but I guess we love you.
All 12 of our subscribers.
This guy.
Bye.